It's your girl, Nath Hughes here. For those of you that are new, my name is Natalie Hughes. I am a spiritual consultant and I specialize in business and mindset mentorship. In today's video, we are having some fun. It is day 3 of Halloween HyStERiA, which is the tarot reading series to die for. Every single week for the remainder of October, we will have pick a card readings that are centered around a theme. This week's theme is Twilight, and today's video is really inspired by the reading that we did yesterday on how you're the Bella to his Edward. Pile number ones was talking about this energy of like a guy who was holding back and all of this stuff. And so I thought that would be a great topic for us to dive farther into. So your person, why is he holding back from you? Now, today's reading, I mean, you can watch even if you don't have a person because you just want to hang out with your girl. I always welcome that. But this is going to be more geared towards people who actually have a connection with someone and he's holding back from one way or another. We're going to find out. So go ahead and choose the Twilight associated picture or pictures that stand out the most to you. Timestamps will be down in the description box below, and I will see you at your reading. Pile number 1. Welcome to your reading, my love. Today we are tapping into your person's energy and we're going to find out why is he holding back. Maybe he's holding back emotionally, maybe he's holding back communication, maybe he's holding back and he's not asking you out on a date. I have no idea what is going on, but we're about to find out. So that should actually be our first question. How is their person holding back? And this will be a bit of confirmation for you so that we know that you're in the right pile. Okay. And I'm kind of all over the place. I'm so excited for this reading, you guys. I feel so inspired. So I just got to grab a deck and let's get into this. Everybody who chose pile number 1, how is their person holding back? We have the moon. Okay, so this is definitely somebody who's holding back emotionally. The moon is... in tarot, when we have the sun, we're also thinking about, when we have the moon, we're also thinking about its counterpart, which is the sun. These are like opposite energies, right? So when you're underneath the sunlight, everything is illuminated and you can see clearly. But when you're underneath the moonlight, things can be misunderstood, things can be misconstrued, things can be confusing. So it just feels like in this connection, there's a lack of clarity. And then when we're talking about moon energy and astrology, the moon is our emotions. In tarot, this moon card is associated with the sign of Pisces. So there's a lot of emotional, watery energy here. You don't have to be these signs. Your person doesn't have to be water signs and all that stuff. But immediately right off the bat, we're getting the energy of somebody who is holding back from you emotionally. And because the moon card energy is out here, I feel that there's an emphasis on confusion, like emotional confusion. How does this person really feel for you? And then when we have this moon energy, we have this intuitive energy as well. This Piscean energy is incredibly intuitive. So you have an intuitive idea about how this person feels, but they're not really communicating that clearly. And so pile number 1, I see you navigating this relationship and navigating this connection kind of like somebody walking through their house in the dark late at night, where it's kind of like I can't see everything clearly, but I'm familiar enough with my house. I know how to get around. I know how to walk down the dark hallway and get to the bathroom in the middle of the night. You are really having to rely heavily on your intuition and what you think and what you feel about this person. Okay. I'm also getting this person could be really communicative to you in like the dream space. Okay. You could have an experience where this person comes to you and he communicates to you in dreams. You might feel like he gives more to you in dreams than he does in real life. I remember years ago, we can't say that I dated this guy. I don't know what the hell I did with that man. Anyway, there was a guy, and I met him through this like group for creatives that I was in. It was like a virtual meeting group thing, whatever. It was based in New York. And this guy was like a painter, he was an artist, and we I don't know, like we had been like flirting and like, okay, like will they, won't they? Like I'm kind of maybe feeling this guy. I don't really know what's going on. He's not very direct, whatever. I had a dream where one night I had a dream and I was walking the streets of New York City. I was like going to like a park or something at night, and he comes up to me and he says to me, just straight up, he says, I like to cheat sometimes. And he definitely was not a man who was faithful. And I'm not saying that he cheated on me. I'm just saying he came to me in a dream and he spilled the beans, right? And I feel like that's the kind of experience that you're having with this man, where it's like, you will have a dream of him, or you'll receive an intuitive hit about something and you'll have an understanding of him, but he is not communicating this to you. And then also, I feel like he's also holding back a certain kind of like sadness. There's a certain sadness that he's holding back from you, that he's not expressing. So let's dive more into this. We now know what he's holding back. Let's tap into why. For pile number one's person, why are they holding this back? For my pile number one, why are they holding back their feelings and their emotions? From my pile at number one, we have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so this man he's anxious. And it kind of feels like a dam where if he lets out a little bit of emotion, then everything is going to come flooding out. Like, you know, those moments when you're having a conversation with someone and then you have a moment, like you feel so safe with them emotionally, and then you say something, you say one line, and it just triggers that emotion within you, and then all of a sudden you're bawling and you're just crying and you're just releasing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this man knows that he would have that experience with you, where it's like there's nothing about this connection that is surface level. There's nothing about the two of you that is shallow. So when the two of you come together and you guys start having a conversation and he starts telling you about his emotions and he starts telling you a little bit about his past, it's like everything is just going to come out of him. And then he's going to be like crying and he's going to be like expressing all of these emotions. And there's a lot of sadness. think about it. When you are getting started in the beginning of your journey and you are healing for the first time, you're learning how to identify your emotions, or at least that's what I teach my clients and my students, right? You're learning how to identify your emotions. And so in the beginning, the emotions that you're noticing and identifying, they usually feel like shit. And so it kind of feels like that as well, where there's so much potential for happiness in this connection. And there's so many happy feelings that this person wants to experience with you. But if this person, when this person connects with you and they connect with their emotions, they're getting the full range of emotions, right? We can't compartmentalize. We can't have all of the happiness in the world and we never experience sadness. It's a package deal. Emotions are a spectrum. When you numb yourself to the negative, you also numb yourself to the best of the best and the positive. And you are someone that brings out the best of the best and the positive emotions for this person. And as they're around you and as they feel, that dam cracks start appearing in that dam and emotions start coming out of them. I feel like this is someone who you've had conversations with this man, and after you have ended that conversation, after you guys have ended that date, after he has gone home, like to his house, in his shower, in his room, right, in the comfort of his own home and his own sanctuary, he's like cried. And you just said one thing. And it wasn't even intentional. And it wasn't even about a specific thing, but it reminded him of something, and it took him back to this place, and it triggered this old emotion, and it triggered this kind of wound. And it's not like he's thinking that you're a bad person or you're somebody that like triggers him. Like, you know how sometimes people will show up and they will behave like someone who abused us once, or they'll do something and then that triggers us. But that's not it. I feel like you talk with this person, you say things, you talk about things, who you are, the way that you guys connect, the things that you say to him. It's like you just start creating these cracks within this dam that he has built up to hold back his emotions. And then the energy just starts flowing. And so the reason that he's a part of the reason why he's holding himself back from you emotionally is because there's so much sadness and there's so much pain. A lot of times we get into these relationships and these soulmate connections, and we just want to be together. We just want to be in the relationship, and it could all just be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Word to Lauryn Hill, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, we don't think about the fact that we're bringing up wounds and things that people have hidden away for their entire lifetimes, their entire lifetime. He has built up this wall and this emotional dam where he doesn't go there. He doesn't look there. We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. But it was my wedding day. No clouds allowed in the sky. Okay, sorry, focus. That's the energy and that's the vibe. We don't go there. We don't talk about those things that happened. We don't look at those emotions. We don't focus on that. We don't acknowledge that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember, right? He has this wall that's been built up. And so loving you is not just about loving you. Feeling emotions and feeling connection with you is not just about emotions and connections with you. It's about the emotions that he has ignored and pushed down and tried to stomp out and like stonewall himself, gaslight himself into pretending that they don't exist, that they're not there, that they're not real. And it's like, you come into his life and you trigger all of these feelings and all of these emotions, and that dam starts cracking. And he's like, no, 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 no. It's like, I see a wall, cracks in this wall, and he's got like fucking duct tape. And he's like trying to like duct tape over the cracks. He's trying to like put speckle on the cracks. And then when he puts duct tape on one of the cracks, another crack appears on the opposite end of the dam. This man is doing so much internal damage control around his feelings and emotions. So one of the reasons why he pulls back from you, and one of the reasons why he kind of like retreats into himself and doesn't want everything to be shown in the light of day with you, is because he knows that you will pull those emotions out of him, not intentionally, not on purpose, but just because of who you are, and just because you're a safe person, you're a safe space. He's been in relationships, or he's dated women who weren't emotionally available. So it didn't really matter if he wasn't fully emotionally available, because they didn't really give a shit. Like, of course they gave a shit, like in theory, like, of course they cared. Of course they wanted to be together. Of course they would like a ring, a diamond ring on their wedding finger so they can talk about it. But it's different with you. He was in relationships, he was in connections, he dated women where that dam could stay in place for the rest of his life. But when he connects with you and when he's in your presence, you are such a safe space. I get this like nurturing, mothering energy that this man feels from you. Okay, hold on, we're almost done. I get this loving, nurturing, like mothering energy that this man feels from you. And I'm not saying that you're doing anything intentionally. This is who you are. It's like being around you and how mature you are, and maybe how good of a relationship with your emotions that you have, how you allow your emotions to flow. This is real. I know this as a coach and a mentor. When I'm sitting in sessions with clients, people tend to cry in my sessions, and emotions tend to bubble up with people when they're around me, because I've done a lot of that emotional work. Because I'm very open emotionally, because I allow emotions to flow, and I'm kind of the vibrational dominant in that space. When he gets into your energy field, he feels safe and he feels secure. It's kind of like our nervous systems. When our nervous systems get activated and our body and our muscles tense up, and we're walking around and we're on guard, and we're sensing and we're looking out for danger, and our nervous system is activated and we're stressed out. When we finally get out of danger, when we finally get into that environment of safety and security, then that's when the floodgates open. That's when the emotions release. You know what I mean? And that's what it feels like. It feels like you are a safe space for him, where he was walking around feeling unsafe. It was always unsafe for him to express his emotions. It was always unsafe for him to express how he feels. And then he gets around you, and finally his muscles can relax, and finally he can feel safe and secure. And as a normal, natural consequence of that safety and security, all of the emotions and all of the everything comes up to the surface to be released, to be moved through. So there's a lot of layers to this. He knows that he can be emotional with you, and he knows that he can be sensitive with you. He knows all of those things. It's not about you. It's about his relationship with his own emotions and feeling overwhelmed. Our emotions are terrifying. When we're not emotionally mature, when we don't know how to process our emotions feel bigger than us. Our emotions feel larger than life. When we're having a conversation about being emotionally immature, that's not just a diss. That's not just something that you say to people when you're like putting them down and shit like that. When we're talking about being emotionally immature, you have to think about what is life like as a toddler. When you're 2 years old, your emotions are everything. Your emotions are intense. Your emotions are overwhelming. When you are 2 years old and you are a toddler and your mom says that you cannot get that spatula that you saw at the grocery store, that feels like the end of your world. You know what I'm saying? Your emotions feel larger than life. It is a part of our development emotionally as human beings to develop that relationship with our feelings, to learn how to regulate our feelings and emotions. That's something that this person did not learn. That's a skill that this person did not develop. So he's holding back emotionally because when he's around you, his emotions flow. He has a lot of feelings of sadness and regret and rejection and abandonment and not being good enough. And he has tucked that shit away and he has compartmentalized. He can't compartmentalize around you. He just can't. You bring up emotions for him immediately. From the first second that you met, from the first conversation that you had, you bring up emotions in his life. It's very obvious. And so he's not holding back from you, he's holding back from himself. And then with the energy of the Nine of Swords, there's also shame. This is somebody who believes that men should not feel emotions, right? It's one of those things. This is somebody who has that patriarchal, machismo kind of energy. This is somebody who grew up in an environment where it's like, don't cry. Real men don't do that. Don't do that. Stop crying. You know? He grew up in that kind of environment. And so there is a feeling of shame there. There's a feeling of being afraid to be judged. Okay, pile number one. So I feel like we could go into this energy forever. This was really sad, but also beautiful in a way and very deep. I hope that this gave you some clarity. If it did, and this resonates with what you feel, give me some moon emojis in the comment section down below. And you guys know that I am a mindset mentor, so I have to put you on to my latest workshop bundle. In manifestation, you get what you focus on. And I know that you clicked on this video because you had a curiosity and you wanted some clarity, and I love being able to give that to you. But what I also want for you is for you to actually have the relationship where you're taken care of and where you're supported and where you're in a relationship with a man who is open and who is communicating with you and who is all in the relationship with you, right? And that's the reason why I created the Fall Night Inside workshop bundle. Inside of this bundle, you're getting a scripting workshop where you're going to basically follow along with the video and you're going to journal answers to these questions, where you're going to be tapping into this scenario of a fall night inside. And as you do this, you're going to become a vibrational match to that amazing relationship where that person shows up and loves you and takes care of you. Whether it's with this person or it's with someone else, you can get into the workshop and you can script for your specific person, or you can get into the workshop and you can script for the love of your desire, right? So you're getting the workshop, you're getting a meditation for forgiveness so that you can clear the space of the past and you can do some inner child integration and healing. You're also getting an amazing visualization that of course is going to help you to shift your energy. Again, this is all about aligning with the vibration of the relationship of your desire. I love this workshop so much. It is currently priced at $13.33. So I highly recommend it. And if you loved this reading and you love my work, you'll probably love this workshop as well. Well, this workshop bundle as well. Okay, I'm done talking now. The link is in the description box, so go grab your copy. All right, I'll see you in the next reading. Like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way over there. Okay, love you, bye. Hello, my lovely pile number twos. Welcome to day 3 of Halloween HyStERiA. Girl, I forgot the name of the damn series. Anyway, for the remainder of October, we are doing Halloween themed readings, and each week we have a central theme. This week's theme is Twilight. This is day 3. Twilight and Edward's emo behavior at the beginning of the first movie inspired today's reading, and so we are tapping into why is he holding back from you, okay? He wants you so deeply. Why isn't he showing up? What's going on? What's the tea? Let's get the clarity. All right. So we're going to start shuffling. I don't want to click away from the thumbnail. Like, the pictures are just so perfect and it just looks so damn good. And they're all Twilight themed. And I'm just obsessed with my own creativity, but we have to move on. So let's do it. All right. Everybody who chose pile number 2, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to tap into how is pile number 2's person holding back from them. Okay, this is going to give you a little bit of confirmation, also some clarity. How is he holding back from you? Ooh, we have the High Priestess and the Four of Wands. He's not giving you that ring. I would like a ring, I would like a ring, I would like a diamond ring on my wedding finger. I would like a big and shiny diamond that I can wear around and talk about it. The High Priestess and the Four of Wands. How is he holding back from you? He's not giving you that ring. He's not giving you that commitment. He's not telling you that he wants to be with you, okay? So this is definitely giving me maybe a situationship vibe, or it doesn't have to be a situationship. It could be like a guy that you've been dating, you've been out with him a couple times. You're like, is he going to tell me that he wants to see me exclusively? Yeah, this kind of feels like that. It feels like the energy of a guy who's holding back on sharing his intentions, holding back on sharing that he wants to be with you, wants to date you exclusively. I feel like this is somebody who does experience like jealousy when it comes to you, where he doesn't want you to date other people. He doesn't like the idea of you being with other people, but he's not asking you to be his girlfriend, or he's not asking you to be his fiance. He's not asking you to be his wife. Where is the ring? Where is the next level of commitment? Where is the let's be boyfriend, girlfriend text message? You know what I mean? Like, where is the commitment? Because the High Priestess is like secrets, things that we're keeping to ourselves, and then the Four of Wands is that commitment. So this feels very clear to me. It feels like he's keeping it a secret that he wants commitment, and maybe both of you are keeping it a secret that you want commitment. It's kind of like there needs to be the talk in your relationship, but you haven't had the talk, and maybe you're waiting for him to say something because he's the man or he's the more masculine energy, you know what I mean? Yeah. And for others of you, you have said that you want a commitment, and he has said like he's not ready for a commitment. He's not ready to go to the next level. He's focusing on this and this and this. But with the energy of the High Priestess, it feels like there's something that he is not telling you. It's almost like he's telling you that he doesn't want a commitment right now, or he's not ready for a commitment right now because of something, 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 but it feels like there's a secret. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't necessarily mean the secret is another person. We'll pull cards to find out, but it's just kind of like, I feel like you're suspicious. You're like, that's suspicious. Like, your behavior is a little bit suspicious, or I'm just confused because we are wonderful together and I think that we're very compatible and I like spending time with you, but you're not committing to me, you're not moving forward in a relationship with me, you're being stagnant, you're maybe not texting back as much, like you're being weird with the communication. What's going on? Okay. So if that is your energy, if that's resonating with you, let's tap in and let's see why. Why is he holding back this commitment? For everybody who chose pile number 2, their person, why is he holding back this commitment? We have the 2 of Pentacles and the Star. Hold on now. Hold on. Let me clarify for the 2 of Pentacles. Why is he holding back this commitment from pile number 2? Why is he holding back this commitment? Nope, that's way too many cards. Why is he holding back this commitment? Shut up, bitch. I'm sorry for calling you the B word, but like that really surprised me because I pulled a different deck out and we literally got the High Priestess again. I said, clarify the 2 of Pentacles. It's the High Priestess. Okay. Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. So this person is holding something back, but there's a Star card here. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards before I speak because we have the Star card. We have the High Priestess and the Star. 2 of Pentacles, clarified by the High Priestess. Then we have the Star. We have the Knight of Swords. Clarify the Star. We have the 6 of Swords. Why is he holding back commitment, girl? I gotta bust out some tea leaf oracle cards, because what? Why is he holding back? Gong, an exciting event. Why is pile number 2 holding back? February. Why is pile number 2 holding back? Persevere and you will overcome problems. Why is pile number 2? Bridge. Successfully overcoming a problem. Okay, we got 2 cards out that are talking about overcoming a problem. Okay, I'm going to say something and then I'm going to see if it makes sense once I say it out loud. Did you have like you discovered this person's secret or something? And now this person is trying to figure out how to navigate this relationship after their secret came out or something? Like, okay, I'm going to give you the example that's coming to my mind. Okay, this is currently a theory. This is not hashtag confirmed. This is just a theory. This is just what's coming to me. This would be like, for example, let's say that he was dating multiple girls and you didn't know that he was dating multiple girls. And so you found out that he's dating multiple girls, or he's trying to cover up the fact that he was dating multiple girls before he moves forward with you. Like, how can I explain this? I don't feel like there is currently a third party, but I feel like at some point there was a third party, or there were other parties involved. There's something that happened that this person does not want you to know about. There's something that happened that this person does not want you to know about. Okay. And it could be their past behaviors. Okay. We could be getting a little bit of fire and desire. Pile number 2, you chose the chess piece. So your person is holding back from you because he's trying to be like a fucking little mastermind, basically. And I'm not getting like a 7 of Swords energy. I'm not getting like well, there's a little bit of deceit here, right? There's some secrets, there's some withholding. It's almost like he didn't lie to you, but he lied by omission. You know, it's some hair splitting shit like that, where he didn't not tell you the truth. He just didn't tell you the truth. You know, it's that kind of energy. Something happened, something in his past, some way that he used to be, something he used to do, some people that he used to date, something. Okay? This is what I'm getting. I'm getting strongly, there's some secret. And it feels like this person is trying to navigate the situation and avoid like conflict and avoid even you being angry, you cutting this person off, you something. Like, I feel like this person made a mistake or they did something that they don't think that you would appreciate, they don't think that you would like, they don't think that you would accept. And so now, in their mind, I'm not getting this as a bad person. I'm not getting this as someone who is like trying to deceive you in order to hurt you. I'm getting that this is someone who, in his mind, he's trying to figure out how to move forward in this connection with, like, through the path of least resistance, through the path of as little fighting and going back and forth and getting cussed the fuck out as possible. Bridge. He's trying to build a bridge and get over it. He wants to have like a water under the bridge situation, but this secret is like really big. And I don't know. I don't want to say the secret is big. It's not like, oh, he has a secret baby or something like that he's hiding, right? It's like, I get the feeling that it's a secret. It's something he doesn't want to talk about, but it's something that you have like an inkling about it. And I feel like he knows that you have an inkling about it. And he wishes that you guys could just move forward and be in a relationship and be together, and you could be his one and he could be your one, and everything would just be fine, and we would just never have to talk about the thing. But he knows that you're gonna have to talk about that. You're gonna have to discuss that. So it feels like he's strategizing. It feels like, because we have Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Like, I feel like this person owes you an apology, and instead of really just showing up and owning what he did and owning his mistake and just apologizing and being straightforward and telling you what it is, he's trying to think in his mind. I'm sorry, it's so funny because it's like in his mind, I just see him exhausting every potential avenue before he comes forward to talk with you. It's like he's running down all of these different scenarios. And in every single scenario, you confront him about whatever this event was, whatever this thing was, whatever this secret is, whatever this thing is that he tried to hide, whatever this thing is that he tried to ignore, whatever this thing is that he tried to pretend like doesn't exist, doesn't happen, because that's what he wishes that he could do. He's trying to figure out a way to kind of have his cake and eat it too. But I'm not seeing that he's trying to keep the third parties around. I'm not seeing that. I'm getting that very strongly. I don't feel like there's currently a third party. At some point, could there have been a third party? I don't know. You tell me. Because pile number 2 is intuitive. And pile number 2 knows. I feel like, oh my God, this is so scary. Pile number 2, you're kind of scary. You're scary intuitively. Like, you could have been out with this person and you could have like said something like, let's say that you were just like out with this person or something, and you're just like, you guys are out on a date or something, and you're like, and that would be crazy. That would be crazy as if you were texting 3 other girls right now. Wouldn't that be insane? And he's like, yeah, that would be crazy. That would be really crazy if I was texting 3 other girls. Meanwhile, his heart is in his butt because, mind you, he is texting 3 other girls. I'm sorry. Pile number 2, you're like a fucking psychic Nancy Drew. Like, you talk about things and you mention things that are kind of like shit that he really actually has going on. So it's like he knows that he's not going to be able to hide this from you forever. He knows that he's going to have to come clean. And now they're singing that song by Hilary Duff, Come Clean. Let's go back to the beginning, back to where the sun, the stars, the moon all aligned, whatever. Let the rain fall down and wash my something. Let it something, my sanity. Because I want to feel the something. Let the rain fall down, I'm coming clean. Baby, I don't know the lyrics to that song, but you get it. He needs to come clean about some shit. He knows that he has to come clean. And in his mind, he's trying to figure out what he can possibly do instead of coming clean. How can he be in a relationship with you? How can you guys move forward and be together? Because you're right. He does want commitment with you. He does want to be in a relationship with you. He does want to be in an exclusive committed relationship with you. But there's some shit that he has to come clean about. And in his mind, he's trying to play chess. And he's like, how the hell can I move forward and have this relationship and also not have to come clean and not have to tell my secrets and not have to fess up and, not have to be completely honest? How can I continue lying by omission and still get the relationship that I want? And it's almost like this delicate situation, right? Because there's a bit of a ticking time bomb energy, because in his mind, he's going through all of the scenarios. If you guys get together, you get in a relationship, he doesn't tell you. You find out 2 months from now. You find out 6 months from now. You find out 5 years from now. Oh, then you're really going to be pissed. You know what I'm saying? And so in his mind, it's like he's going through all of these different scenarios. And he's like, nope, that could result in me losing her. Nope, that could result in me losing her. No, that could result in me losing her. Well, no, that's not going to be a good one. And it's like he keeps coming back to this unfortunate reality that if he's going to move forward with you and have a commitment with you, he's going to have to come clean. And that's going to require him to take some accountability. And that's going to require him to be honest. And that's going to require him to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And he is kind of scared to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth because of how you're going to react. And I feel like he's more afraid of how you're going to react versus what he did. Because we have this February, which is this cold, it's like this wind, like this cold, chilling wind. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which is anger. And then we have Gong, which is an exciting event. Camel, which is persevere, and you will overcome problems, successfully overcoming a problem. It's like he's coming to the conclusion now, or he eventually will come to the conclusion that it's better to come clean and to spend a little bit of time in the doghouse than to try to sweep whatever happened under the rug. Like, he knows that this is not something that can just be ignored and overlooked and not talked about and not discussed. He has to come to you and he owes you honesty. And that's the reason why he's holding back. Because he knows that he owes you honesty. That makes him feel nervous. Also, he's terrified of your response. Because you're liable to cuss. But he feels hopeful with you. And he sees you as this like star. He sees you as this like one. And he wants to move forward in the relationship. And so it's kind of like there's a necessary conflict, but he's someone who avoids conflict. But he can't avoid that conflict with you. Like, we can't stay in this energy forever, this reading, because we have to move on. But the last thing I'll say is that this guy, I feel like he could have been in other relationships where he makes a mistake and he doesn't want to own up to his shit and blah, blah, blah. He's just like, fuck it, whatever. Like, I'm going to avoid this confrontation. I'm never going to talk to her again. We're never going to see each other. Sucks to suck. Like, ugh, hate it, whatever. Bye. You know what I mean? He can't do that with you because he wants to be with you. Because he wants to connect with you. With anyone else, had he made this mistake, had he made this choice, had he done this thing, whether it was a third party or whatever, had he done what he did with anyone else, because he has a history of this, he would have just said, fuck it, we ball, and I'm just going to move on to the next person. But he can't do that with you because he wants to be with you. Because you are this like star lighting up his night sky, because you are the one that he wants, because he wants reconciliation with you, because he wants connection with you, he wants commitment with you, he wants marriage with you, he wants all of this really serious shit with you. So he's going to have to do something that he's never really fucking done. And that's really own up to his shit, take accountability, and also experience conflict. He used to be able to avoid conflict by running away. When you ghost women, you don't have to deal with them cussing you out. When you just stop texting women back and you block their numbers and you block them on social media, you don't have to deal with their negative emotions and feelings in response to your betrayal or your disrespect. But when you actually want a commitment with a woman and you actually want to be with that woman, and you hurt her in some way, or you disrespect her in some way, or you make a mistake, you have to actually show up and experience a part of that conflict in order to heal. This is what he's learning and this is what he's understanding. So that's why he's holding back from you, because he's on a journey of realizing that he needs to be bold and he needs to take some accountability in this connection. Give me a star emoji. Give me some star emojis if this is resonating with you, if you're claiming this message. And you guys know I am a mindset coach. So I don't just want to give you clarity on this situation. I also want to help you to manifest a better feeling situation, right? When you're scripting and you're seeing yourself succeed and you're seeing yourself in the relationship of your desire, you can also be helping and supporting your soulmate by giving them the energy and space to show up and change, right? You're both co-creating this relationship. So if you're tapped into the energy of focusing on their mistakes, focusing on him not showing up, he doesn't have so much space to change and shift and show up differently in the connection with you, right? So when you're scripting and you're seeing yourself in that committed relationship and you're seeing yourself with that version of him who's showing up, or with any man who's showing up, you give him the opportunity to show up, you give another man the opportunity to show up, and long story short, you get to get the relationship of your desire. And that is what I'm helping you to do inside of today's featured product. The Fall Night Inside Workshop Bundle is an immersive experience. You're getting a healing inner child integration meditation. It's 10 minutes long and it's super fucking powerful. You're getting a scripting workshop exercise where you're going to follow along the video and you're going to script out a scenario of a cozy night inside that's actually going to be helping you to build out a supportive belief system and vibrate in alignment with that desired relationship and outcome. And you're also getting a visualization that's helping you to tap into that energy and align with the relationship of your desire. The Cozy Fall Night Inside Workshop Bundle is available for only $13.33. So click the link in the description box and grab your copy. I love, love, love you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way to getting your copy. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Hello, my love. Welcome to pile number 3. If you chose the blood moon or the third pile, this is your reading, and you are tuned into Halloween Hysteria. It is day 3 of our Halloween series this October. We are doing Halloween themed readings for the entire month, and each week we have a central theme. This week's theme is the series Twilight. And today's video was inspired by Edward's very emo and dramatic behavior in the beginning of the first movie and the beginning of the second movie. Well, a majority of the second movie, right? With all of his holding back and brooding and, So we're tapping into your person, the person on your mind, and we're finding out, why is he holding back from you? Okay? So, like that video if you haven't already. What are you waiting for, Diva? What are you waiting for, Diva? Okay. The first thing that we're looking into is, what is this person holding back? Okay, so this is going to give you some confirmation. What is this person holding back? Knight of Swords. Okay, so first of all, this person is holding back charging forward. This person is holding back on taking action. This person has the strong desire to move forward. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight. The Knight of Swords could even be described as impulsive. The Knight of Swords is charging in there, right? Sometimes the Knight of Swords is described as angry. I'm not getting that this person is angry, but follow me. When we're looking at the Knight of Swords as an angry energy, it can be that feeling of blind rage. And when we are so angry and we are so upset and we just act and we just attack and we just go off because we are just so moved by our emotions. And I kind of get a parallel to that for your person, pile number 3, where it doesn't feel so much that he's angry or upset, but it's that there's this very strong energy and desire to move forward, to charge in, but he's holding back. And I feel like for you, this is something that you would know. This is something that you would understand. I get the feeling for my pile number 3 that you're kind of like in this energy of like, I know that you want to talk to me. I know that you want to go out with me. I know that you want to be around me. But you're just not texting me. You're watching my stories. You're obsessed with me. I can feel it. I know that you want to take action towards me. I know that you want me very badly. It's like this person wants you so badly that you can feel it. You can feel the way that this person desires you. It's like this person desires you so much and they think about you so much that they're like unknowingly sending you psychic energy all of the time. You're like, I can feel that. You know that I can feel you. I can feel you thinking about me and wanting me and desiring me all of the time. I feel like for you, pile number 3, this person's energy is like strong in your energy field. Like this person is all up in your business. Like, I don't mean all up in your business. Like, well, I don't know. Sure, he probably does want to know like what's going on in your life, but like he's all up in your energetic Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Like all up in your space. He's all up in your energy field. You could have an experience where you might watch a pick a card reading or you might purchase a reading or something. And it's like, who's coming towards me in love? And immediately this person's energy comes forward. And you're like, oh my God, always with this fucking guy. Always talking about this guy. I click on a tarot reading talking about new love, and here you go talking about this motherfucker coming back around, you know? And it's because his energy is like he's like projecting himself so freaking hard. Why are you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. He is obsessed. He's thinking about your ass all the time. He needs that. Okay? So we know what he's holding back on. He's holding back action. Let's see why. Why the hell is he holding back this action? Why is he holding back action? Why is he holding back forward movement? We have the Fool. I think we're going to pull more cards, but this is interesting because the Fool is major new beginnings. And this deck, I'm using the, what's she called? The Supernova Tarot. I love her. She's so beautiful. In the Supernova Tarot, you can Google it if you want. There's a man and he's getting ready to walk off of a cliff, but there's a dog that's grabbing him basically like by biting onto one of his socks, and this dog is like pulling him back from walking off of this cliff. So this person wants to take action towards you, but he's holding himself back because the song Foolish by Ashanti, right? He has played the fool before. He has been the fool in love. This man has been dogged out. I'm sorry, it's not funny. Like, we have compassion and empathy for him, but we don't usually talk about men as being dogged out, right? They're usually the ones doing the dogging, right? This is someone who he has had an experience in the past. This could have been 20 years ago, girl, right? This could have been 3 decades ago. This could have been 50 years ago. I don't know how old he is, right? This could have been on the elementary school playground. I don't know. But he has had an experience where he was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and just head over heels in love, and will you be my Valentine, and I got you these chocolates. You guys know in high school where it's like it's like a holiday or something, and they have those little candy grams that you can like send to people. This person's heartbreak really could have taken place during like school or something, like school age. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they do it in Mean Girls, where it's like Christmas and they have like candy cane grams or whatever. And then Regina George, they pretend that Regina George sends candy grams to everyone except for Gretchen. And then the iconic scene is when the guy is like, and none for Gretchen Wieners, or whatever the hell her name is, right? Is her last name Wieners? Anyway, focus. It's basically that kind of energy where when you like someone, you have a crush on them, you're dating them, it's Valentine's Day or it's Christmas, and you go and you pay like $1 or whatever, and then you like write them a little note, and then it's like delivered to them during class, and it's like very romantic, very romantic. So this person, they had a moment, they had a time where they're like wearing their heart on their sleeves. And he is just loving. And he just felt played. Damn. I'm sorry, it's not funny. I just like, I get this energy that this person has had, like, the girl that he liked left him for someone else, or he had a crush on a girl, and I get a scenario where, like, a guy had a crush on a girl, and so he's, like, becoming friends with that girl, and then the girl turns to him and is like, I have a crush on your best friend. And he's like, great. Oh. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. I feel like he's had experiences like that where he just felt like his heart was like trampled on. Okay? Literally, I'm seeing a fucking elephant stampede. So he has this desire to move towards you. He is like obsessed with you. And the reason that he's holding himself back is because he doesn't want to be foolish. He doesn't want to look foolish. He doesn't want to make a fool of himself, basically. He doesn't want you to embarrass him. He doesn't want you to reject him. You know, maybe you like someone else. Maybe you have another crush. Maybe you have a boyfriend. Maybe you are something, you know? This energy feels like, I don't want to say two people that don't know each other, but you're not so close that he would know if you were like dating other people. You know what I mean? So there's kind of like, like some ambiguity there. Tell me just a little bit more, Spirit. Why is he holding himself back? We have the Chariot, we have the Empress, and we have the Seven of Wands with the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Exactly. And that's what I told her. The reason that he's holding himself back, first of all, look at all of these major arcana. We have the Fool, we have the Empress, and we have the Chariot. And then we have the Seven of Wands. He thinks that you're the shit. And he feels really insecure. Because you're amazing. You're like everything that I've wanted in a woman. And I feel at a loss for words when I see you and when I'm around you. Being in your presence and being in your energy is intoxicating to me. You light up my world. And I know that you do the same for everyone else. And I feel like when I'm around you, I'm in the presence of a goddess, and everybody else feels the same. And I feel like I have to compete with everyone else in the world to get your attention, to be the person that you choose. And I'm afraid that I'm just going to end up looking stupid because I'm going to try to be with you and I'm going to try to court you, and then you're going to like laugh at me because I did the wrong thing, or I made a mistake, or I misunderstood when I thought that you would like me too, or that you would feel the same way about me. A woman like you is in a relationship with a man who is not like me. So this person has some like self-esteem stuff going on where he doesn't really feel good enough to be with someone like you. He has you up on this pedestal. He thinks you're amazing. He thinks you're everything. He thinks you're the cat's meow. And he doesn't necessarily see himself on the same caliber as you. And so in his mind, he's like, okay, we're almost done. In his mind, he's like, what? I'm going to approach her. I'm going to ask her out. I'm going to date her. And then what happens when she realizes that I'm average and she's amazing? What happens when she realizes that there's other men in the world who are better than me? I know we're talking about like Twilight this week, but this is giving me fucking Ron and Hermione in Harry Potter. And how during like, I think it's like Deathly Hallows Part 2, or maybe it's Part 1. It's like the end of the series. Ron, Hermione, and Harry are off together. Ron gets super freaking jealous. Ron's like, of course, Hermione would rather be with Harry Potter because Harry Potter's the chosen one, and I'm just poor ass Ron Weasley. But Hermione loves Ron, and Hermione and Ron end up together, right? And also Harry is in love with his little sister, right? So that's why this person is holding back, because a part of them doesn't feel like they're good enough to throw their hat in the ring or to put themselves in the race to be your partner. They feel very confident that there is competition. They feel very confident that other people want you. They feel very confident that you are beautiful and desirable and amazing things. They feel very confident that you deserve the best of the best, and they do not feel like they're the best of the best. So, oh. So he's holding himself back. even though he wants to be with you so deeply. And he feels like he needs more status, he needs more money, he needs to be even better in his career. And then this is a guy who's like leveling up behind the scenes. He's like becoming a better guy. He's like going to the gym. He's working longer hours at work. He's putting in for a promotion. He's doing a lot of stuff to impress you that you might not even notice, or you might not even see, or you might not even be aware of. But he's changing and getting his shit together so that he can basically be the man that he thinks you deserve. So this is really beautiful energy in a way. Okay, pile number 3, give me some like red emojis in the comments section, because this energy just is giving me like red. Okay. If this is resonating with you, if you're claiming this, if this gave you clarity, I want to know about it. Spill the tea. Tell me what's going on in the comment section down below. And don't forget to check out my latest workshop bundle. It's literally made to help you manifest this relationship that you're desiring through the use of scripting. You guys know that I love scripting for manifesting work, and inside of the Cozy Fall Night Inside workshop, you're getting an immersive scripting exercise where you're going to follow along the video and you're going to script as I ask questions, and you're going to tap into this energy. Your vibration is going to shift into alignment with the relationship of your desire, and either this man will show up and he will change and shift, or the man that you desire, a man who matches what you want, will show up. Okay. So I love this bundle. It's all about shifting energy. I love that this reading gave you clarity, and I hope that it resonated with you. But with manifestation, we have to focus on what we want instead of what we don't want. So we can have clarity and compassion for what's alive within him, but we also have to be the leaders of our minds, and we have to be deliberately tapping into the experience of having what we want. We have to live in the end, and that's what you're able to do with the Cozy Fall Night Inside workshop. It's amazing. You've got a healing meditation so that you can do some inner child integration, so that you can clear some space for in terms of your romantic life. And then you've got a visualization so you can practice seeing yourself in that desired relationship. Of course, it is connected with this fall season, so we're tapping into the fall energy. And then you've got the scripting exercise, which is helping you tap into that cozy fall night inside energy. And really, you're tapping into the energy of being in a relationship with a man who you trust, who is reliable, who is committed to being in that relationship with you, and who is in that committed relationship with you right here and right now. So it's a really powerful offer. It's only $13.33. I really hope that you guys get inside if you feel called. The link is in the description box to grab your copy of this amazing workshop. And the aesthetic of it is so beautiful, you guys. Like, oh, I blow my own mind with the amazing shit that I create. I really do. All right, check this shit out. It's linked in the description box. I love you so much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way over there. And I'll talk to you in the next video.